Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, make sure to hit the subscribe button. My name is Mackenzie and I am uploading college content every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday in the month of June. I'm super excited. I am a fashion merchandising major at Kent State University, and today I'm going to be talking about my college essentials, things that you really need for your freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, whatever year of college you are in. These are things that are really going to, make the college experience a little bit better. I hope you guys find this helpful. I will have a link to a blog post in the description bar, which will have links to everything you see me talking about throughout this video. So I will try my best to leave exact versions of what I have and what works for me. I've got my computer over here, so if you see me looking over here, the list is there. Hope you guys enjoy, and without further ado, let's hop right on in. So my first two kind of go hand in hand, and I would recommend picking one or the other. So the first is a phone wallet and the second is a lanyard for your keys and stuff. I ended up going the lanyard route, but all of my roommates went the phone wallet route. So if you don't know what a phone wallet is, it's basically like a little pocket sticker that attaches to the back of your phone, and a lot of people use this to keep their school ID, their cards, a little bit of cash, stuff like that. I just preferred not to have a phone wallet just because I have a life proof, so I preferred to just keep my stuff in like a little coin pouch on a lanyard with pepper spray and a chapstick and like one other keychain. So pick which one you want. You're gonna need one regardless, because your school ID you are going to carry everywhere, especially if you go to Kent. You're gonna need it to get into the dining hall, into the gym, into your own room. Like, everything works on that key, so make sure that you have it with you at all times. Next up is a computer. I know that everyone chooses something different, especially depending on their major. I have a Mac and I've had my same computer since my freshman year of high school, and I absolutely love it. Macs last forever, and I think just investing in your computer, while it's kind of annoying to spend that much money on something, it is something that you are going to use every single day in college. I know some people like to use the iPad for taking notes, but I would recommend choosing the computer over the iPad, especially if you are someone who's going into the fashion program at Kent. You will thank yourself later. The next one is kind of Kent specific, so if you don't go there and you're not a fashion major, kind of disregard this one, but it is the Adobe Suite, which comes with Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, all that jazz, like basically everything that is a Adobe product. And you're going to be using this a lot throughout your classes, especially if you are a fashion merchandising major. I know design uses it a bunch too, but merch especially, so it's a great thing to have on your computer beforehand, just so you don't have to deal with it. I know that they do offer like a 1-year student discount, so look into that and grab it, play around with it beforehand. Next up is a big puffer coat slash just like a parka in general. Obviously not everyone goes to school in the north slash somewhere cold, but if you are going to school in Kent, I would recommend grabbing your jacket beforehand. It got a lot colder a lot quicker than I expected, and then I was like, crap, I need a jacket. So I would recommend grabbing one. I am going to be doing a separate video all on my college clothing essentials, because I could literally name like 20 things that were clothing related, and I figured I would do a separate video on it. So I've got some in this, but I am going to do something different. Like, just wait, I promise it's coming. Next up, a reusable water bottle. Ditch the plastic water bottles, whatever. Like, if I got them while I was eating out, I would use a plastic water bottle, but it's not good for the environment, and your little mini fridge honestly doesn't have space for it anyways. So I would recommend grabbing a Brita, making your own ice, and filling up your Hydro Flask, your reusable water bottle, your Swell. I don't care what it is, but it's obviously a necessity for not only the gym but class, and it keeps you hydrated. It's good for the environment. Just do it. Next up, a planner. So my planner is like the only thing I actually have sitting right here with me, and I use the Create 365 Happy Planner. I am a very diligent planner, especially because I do work part-time while I'm at school. So I will do a separate planning video slash how I time manage and organize video, because so many of you have asked for it. But just keep in mind that everyone's process is different, and everyone kind of, works on their own schedule. So I am going to do a video on that, but I think it's so important to have a planner in a place where you can sit down, write all your assignments, your due dates, your deadlines, all that jazz. I think if you are in college and you haven't started using a planner yet, how did you survive high school, because I literally eat, sleep, breathe it. But I definitely recommend the Happy Planner. I love that you can take the pages in and out. That's so helpful for like adding extra paper, writing your thoughts down, to-do lists, all that jazz. Next up is a backpack. I don't think that any of you are dumb enough to go to college without a backpack, but I wanted to mention my North Face one. I've had the same style backpack since my freshman year of high school. I got a new one, so I've had like 2 in that time frame, but I swear by the North Face, I think it's the Borealis. I'm not 100% sure if that's the style. I will leave it on the screen right here so you guys can see. I love a North Face backpack because it's super sturdy, and it can withstand like all types of weather and grossness and being put on the floor and like whatever. So I swear by mine. It fits a lot. I will say that a North Face is pretty heavy on its own, like even without anything in it, but I haven't really ever used anything different, and I love how much stuff it can fit. Okay, I hate to say it, but AirPods, let's talk about them. You need them. I had regular headphones first semester, and then I got AirPods for Christmas, and you don't need AirPods, but you need some form of headphones, because there's nothing worse than when you just want to go to bed and your roommate is like playing something out loud. Don't be that roommate. I'm not saying Emma did that. My roommate did not do that. She was always very respectful, but like for me especially, I'm constantly editing videos, and if I don't want to listen to my voice 24/7, I know for sure my roommates and my friends don't want to listen to it 24/7. So having headphones is part of like not only something for yourself, but it's really respectful to your peers and those that are around you. So I recommend grabbing them. I love having AirPods way more than regular headphones for like obvious reasons. They're just easy, convenient. And I also have like a little case on mine from I think Shein, and they have like a little keychain on them, so I hook them to my lanyard when I go to and from the gym. Comfortable walking shoes. You absolutely 100% need a pair of comfortable walking shoes, and you need a pair of going out shoes. So my favorite brand of just comfortable shoes for class is Off the Beaten Track. I absolutely love their shoes. I partnered with them for the first time in I think August, maybe September, and I quickly learned that they were literally the only shoes that my feet could stand. If I had a class that was, if I only had one class that day, I would wear like whatever shoe, but if I had more than one class, I pretty much was always in a pair of their shoes. They have sneakers, boots, espadrilles, wedges, like any kind of shoes that you could imagine. They are on the pricier side, but they are so worth it. Like I promise you, they are worth every single penny. If you are walking more than 5 miles a day, which I was, you are going to thank yourself later. And then a pair of going out shoes as well, like a cheaper pair of boots, maybe from Forever 21, Nasty Gal, Shein, somewhere like that. Mine were black and from Shein. I love them. You just want like one pair of shoes that go with everything that you like. They're versatile, but that you don't care if they get really gross, because your going out shoes are gonna get nasty, especially if you go to school somewhere cold where there's salt and slush like Kent. So grab a pair, have those 2 things on hand before you go to school. Next up, I have a little crossbody purse. This was an essential for me. I don't know if it's necessarily for everyone. I brought my little crossbody pretty much anytime I went to the dining hall, or I just left my room in general. So I had this little crossbody because I liked to put my keys, my wallet, my phone, and my camera in it. My vlog camera is something that like I bring with me everywhere, but I obviously can't just shove in my pocket. So I found that if I had like a little gray, mine was gray, a little gray crossbody, that it worked perfect. I brought it to the gym every morning with my water bottle and my AirPods in it and stuff like that. And I think it's just great to have either a little crossbody or one of those little like baby purse backpacks to have for sorority events, that first week when you're like on campus, getting to know people, like kind of walking around. You're gonna want something little like that. A journal, not something that everyone wants, but something that I was definitely grateful that I had my freshman year. I am someone who has kept a journal since literally 5th grade, diary, whatever you want to call it, I don't care. But I think documenting and writing down your feelings and your emotions, and just throughout all the change, I was so grateful to have a place where I could just sit down and vent to. So I know that that sounds kind of silly and maybe a weird essential to some people, but I cannot imagine like not having that means of expression. I guess that's not even English, but you know what I mean. A camera. So a camera is something that I'm so grateful I had. I obviously had my vlog camera at school. I had my actual camera for filming sit-down videos and for taking my blog photos, but my roommates all actually had their own camera. They all had a Canon or a Nikon, like a DSLR camera, and they also had a Polaroid. So if you have a Polaroid or something like that, I would recommend bringing it to school. It's always fun to grab your girls and have a fun photo photo shoot or have the Polaroid at like pre-games, parties, stuff like that. Like, it's just fun to have and capture those moments with your friends, especially towards the end of the year when it was like darty season. A lot of people were buying disposable cameras so that they could snap pictures throughout parties and while they were out and stuff. So definitely recommend bringing a camera if you have one. If you are going into the fashion school at Kent, you are going to need magazines. If you are taking fashion visuals, you will use magazines like it's your job. I have this whole stack right here is magazines. Every single 17 magazine from 2015 on is sitting on there, and I had all these magazines at home and I didn't bring them, and that was so dumb because magazines are not cheap to buy, like, at all. So I'd recommend bringing them if you have them. You are going to be using them a ton throughout your fashion classes, so just save yourself the money and bring them. Fake eyelashes, you need them. Fake eyelashes are my secret weapon to confidence. I don't have them on right now, but I literally think I went to a party maybe twice without wearing fake eyelashes. Something about them just really brings out my alter ego. They give me so much confidence. I know that that's a personal preference, but I love having them. They're great for sorority events, date nights, things like that when you just want to look a little bit better. I love the Ardell Demi Wispies number 105. Those are my go-to falsies. I love them. Cannot say enough good things about them. My next thing is a jewelry organizer. So I should have put this in my dorm room essentials because it kind of fits into that category, but I forgot to mention it, so I figured I would put it in this video. For storing all of my earrings, I have like 100 pairs of earrings. Like, I am an earring hoarder, and I wanted to bring them all to school. Here I just keep them like on my desk in a little container, but at school I got this like giant little, like, I'll put a picture of it here. It's got a bunch of different slots in it so you can keep all of your earrings separate, and it was like a little hanger. So I just like hooked it onto the side of my bed, and it was great. It was really easy to see where all my stuff was. Love it. Super cheap off Amazon. So worth it. Next essential, the Uber app and the Venmo app. You're gonna need both of them, especially if you're going to Kent. We only walk like places around town and stuff for like the first month or so, and then it gets cold and then people start to Uber, and once you take the first Uber, you're like, God, it's so nice not to walk everywhere. And then you start Ubering every single weekend and everywhere you go, and it's so annoying to Venmo each other the same $3 back and forth. But just have Venmo and have the Uber app downloaded. It will just, you're gonna need it. You're gonna need it. Next up is a friend with a car. I know these are getting kind of weird, but a friend with a car is great to have on campus, especially if you can't bring your car your freshman year or you are very far away from home like me. I actually met my friend Corinne, I want to say like 2 months into school, and I found out that she lived 5 miles from my house. We literally lived 4.5, 5 hours away from school, 300 miles away from school, and we found out that we lived 10 minutes away from each other, and she had her car on campus, and that was great because we started to carpool home. I gave her gas money to drive me home, whatever, and it made life so much easier. If I ever needed to run to the store or something, my roommate Lauren also had her car, so like if I needed to drop something off at the post office, run to the grocery store to pick a few things up, anything like that, I knew that she would be willing to do so. And it's just such a peace of mind knowing that you know someone with a car just in case of emergency or if in case anything came up. I'm not saying only be friends with them because they have a car, but I am saying like kind of just, you know, see who has one, because for instance, times like when I went to New York Fashion Week and I knew I needed to get to the airport, I needed a way to get there, and so having multiple friends with cars, I was like, phew, I don't have to worry about that. It's not that big of a deal. And then last college essential is an open mind. I know that sounds so cheesy, but going into school with an open mind changes everything. You have the chance to start fresh. You don't know anyone there, at least like if you go to a school far away from home like I did, you're not gonna know anyone. You're gonna have a whole fresh blank slate, and you know what? No one knows the previous you. So if you weren't a fan of who you were in high school, great. You don't have to be that same person. You have the chance to reinvent yourself and really start over, and I encourage you to utilize that chance and use that opportunity to your advantage. Go in with an open mind, say hi to everyone, be nice, make friends in line, go to the gym, go out, do things, get involved. Your freshman year of college especially is supposed to be such a turning of age, and you will grow so much. I encourage you to take it by the reins and enjoy it wholeheartedly. So yeah, that is it for my college essentials. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, I will be doing a college clothing essentials video. It is coming up. I promise you, some of my top 10, 15, maybe 20 items that I brought to college and was constantly re-wearing as I went to parties, class, stuff like that. It's coming, I promise you. And if you have any other college video recommendations, be sure to leave them in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in my next one. Peace out, Girl Scouts.